kit or by purchasing them individually to make the two drinks, a barbecue old fashioned and a French 75. Our host for this portion of the program will be nationally known comedian and podcaster, Emily Panic. And so I'll pass it on to you, Emily, to do the demonstration.
Thank you, Stephen. That was a lovely speech. Yes, I'm nationally known comedian and podcaster and bartender, former bartender because bars don't exist anymore. Emily Panic. Thank you, ACEP, for having me. Congratulations to you, Mark, on being elected president. I hope that whoever your successor was, or predecessor rather, accepts that you're the president now. Just a little fun joke. I'm sure you're all laughing. Okay. So we're gonna make, as Steve said, we're gonna make the barbecue old fashioned and a French 75. The barbecue old fashioned, some of you bought the kit for that, but if you didn't, that's the bourbon-based cocktail. And the French 75 is the gin and champagne-based cocktail. I don't know if any of you are making both, if you're ambitious, but I'm gonna start with the old fashioned. So let's start with all the things that we need. We need an old fashioned glass. We need either a mixing glass or a shaker or anything. You can even, by the way, mix this cocktail in the glass itself. You don't need to mix it in a separate vessel and strain it, but you can if you want to. What else? We need a jigger or shot glass to measure the liquor. And I think, and then we need ice. And okay. So to start off, we're going to chill our glass, and I'm going to do it the classic dive bar way, which is just to put ice cubes in a glass and then pour water into it. And some of you maybe already chilled your glasses by putting them in the freezer, or you can do that now. Okay, gonna pour some water in here. It's very strange having this totally muted. I feel like I'm talking to myself. But it's probably for the best. All right, chilling the glass. So you just let that sit for a few minutes. It's gonna get chilled. And then I want to cut the lemon wheel. If you don't have the kit, then you're gonna wanna cut a lemon wheel for later, or you can omit this also, it doesn't matter. And basically, just cut a lemon in half, cut a wheel off. It's not the prettiest one. And then you want to score it so that you can stick it on the glass like so. Et voila. Okay. Now we're going to measure our ingredients into our vessel that has also ice. Oh, I forgot. We need a stirrer. You can use a chopstick. I'm going to use a bar spoon, because again, I'm an out of work bartender, so I just happen to have these tools. All right, put a bunch of glass. Am I going too fast, by the way? Sorry. No, okay. Again, I feel like I'm talking into the void. So we have our vessel with ice. And then let's see, we need our bourbon and bitters and lemon juice, which I already squeezed some, but I think probably half of a lemon squeezed should be fine, maybe even less. So I'm going to use the shot glass for this first cocktail, but basically the proportions are what is most important. So you can use a shot glass instead of a jigger. It doesn't have to be an exact ounce. So let's see, what is it? Oh, I forgot, there's the wood chip. Okay. So if you have your kit, sorry that I skipped that step. If you are doing the kit and you want to do this wood chip thing, basically the kit came with a little barbecue wood chip, right? So you also need a plate. I'm sorry, I totally forgot about, I don't normally light things on fire when I'm making a cocktail. So anyway, for this step, if you're doing it, you need a fireproof plate, and then you just want to light the wood chip on fire. This is a lighter. And, make sure that you have some water or like an extinguisher handy. And then just put the flaming wood chip down on a plate. And then you want to, at this point, your glass is presumably chilled. So you can just dump that out. You have your chilled glass. You've set your wood chip on fire, put it on a plate safely, and then you put the glass down on top of it, and the chip extinguishes. Theoretically, I'm seeing some fire coming from Mark.
That's right.
Love that. Love to see that. And so then you put the glass down on top of it. It'll extinguish, and then you want to leave your glass upside down on top of the wood chip so that it fills with smoke. Now we will measure our ingredients. So it's 2 ounces of bourbon, and I'm not sure, it's possible that if you have the kit, I don't know if it's an exact, like if you need, maybe you do need to measure it. I don't know how it came, but yeah, so it's either 2 shots or 2 ounces.
Can Sam come?
This is going to be a little less, but it is midnight where I am, so I don't need 2 full cocktails at this hour. Let's see, it's 2 ounces. Oh, ½ ounce of simple syrup, which hopefully you pre-made, but you could also use maple syrup or like stevia, I think, something like that. If you have any type of sweet syrupy thing, that's ½ an ounce, so ½ a shot. Pour that in, and then 2 dashes of, oh, this one isn't for the lemon juice, sorry. 2 dashes of bitters, whatever bitters you have. And by the way, I used simple syrup, but if you have the kit, you have like a blueberry syrup. You think you're better than me, and that's fine. Okay. Everybody good? Are we all on the same page? Did I go too fast?
Yes,
Good?
Mark's using
Okay.
flames. I'm glad Lynn's in the room.
Wait, now how much of the blueberry stuff?
½ an ounce or ½ of a shot.
Yeah, see,
So
went
it's,
fast for me. I'm starting over. No, I'm kidding.
I'm sorry. So the ingredients are 2 ounces of bourbon or
Got it.
2 shots,
Got it?
½ an ounce of the simple syrup,
Got it?
and then 2 dashes of bitters,
Got it?
or more if you're, fancy.
Can you skip the simple syrup?
Yeah.
What?
You can skip that. Can you skip the simple syrup?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
assuming
sure.
that's the sweet.
Are you
Okay.
are you keto?
No. I need to be though.
And then once you have all your ingredients in your vessel with ice, you just want to stir it. And you could even just swish it around if, because ultimately the point is to get drunk, right? So, but yes, you can use any type of implement like this to just stir it up for a little bit. All right. A little longer. And then ooh, look, the smoke, it's all coming out of the glass. Look at that. Then you want to put in some fresh ice into your glass, and then probably good. And then you want to strain it onto your ice. So whatever you have, if you have a shaker with like one of these types of strainers, you can use it, or I'm just going to use the cap to this mason jar. And basically, the point is just to not get the ice into it. So you're just like getting the liquid out, and you pour that onto the fresh ice, and boom, add your lemon wheel, and there you go. That's your first cocktail. It's so easy.
Was there lemon juice to add to it, or no?
Nope, I messed up. That was for the other cocktail.
Oh, okay,
But there's
gotcha.
just
Cool.
a lemon wheel. But you can
Gotcha.
squeeze the lemon wheel if you want to get a little in there. It's probably nice.
And then you restart with the bourbon again, right?
Say it again?
And then you restart with the bourbon again?
Yes. And then you chug the rest of the bottle of bourbon.
Cheers.
Cheers to Mark.
Mm.
Cheers.
That's nice.
Cheers.
wonder-
Congratulations.
I did consider getting like a leaf from outside to light on fire, but then I thought, you know, how tragic if I died of some toxic fumes and there were a bunch of doctors watching me in another country.
That would
You
be
know.
something we would talk about for a long time.
Yeah, it could be a case study. I mean,
That's true.
you know.
Guess
So
To us tonight, right?
it would not have been for naught, I guess. All right, so that is the barbecue old fashioned. And then our next cocktail, the one with the bubbles, is the French 75. I'm just gonna clean up my workstation a little bit here. Let's see, okay. Everybody ready for me to start listing off these tools and ingredients?
Ready.
Okay. So we need a jigger or shot glass again. This time I'm going to use an actual jigger. A knife and a lemon to cut a twist, which, I mean, this is not a great knife, so I'm actually just going to be cutting a piece of the peel, but anyway, same, it's the same. And so then also a lemon for the twist.
That's good.
Shaker or mason jar, or, you know, whatever type of thing you have. I'm going to actually use a shaker this time. A strainer, which again, you can just use a lid. This has a strainer in it. And I also said that if you had
You like bourbon?
like a coffee mug, like a travel coffee mug that has the little mouth hole, you could use that as a shaker, and you just put your finger over the hole, shake it up, and then you can pour it. What else? And then, oh, a champagne flute, or literally any glass, because again, nothing matters. That's the main takeaway here, except for Mark and his accomplishments, obviously. Okay, so let's see. And then the ingredients for this one, we've got our gin. We've got lemon juice this time. Move this stuff out of the way. Champagne, or whatever sparkling wine. Does this one have simple syrup? Yes, this one has simple syrup as well. And I think that's it. Yes, and that's it. Okay. Everybody with me so far?
Sure.
Okay. So all we need to do, fill a shaker or whatever you're shaking with ice. This is now filled with ice. And then we're just going to measure some of our ingredients in there. We're going to start with 2 ounces of gin. And I think I'm just going to do this one little guy. One and some. 3/4 ounces of lemon juice. So again, if you're using a shot glass, you just can eyeball that. It's not it doesn't need to be that exact, especially with lemon juice. That's about 3/4. And 3/4 ounce of simple syrup. Boom, that's it. Then we're gonna shake this up, the fun part. Maybe I'll mute myself so that it's not that loud briefly.
No, it's okay. The sound is important.
Shaking.
But the quiet shaking looks funny.
Emily, let us hear the sound. Let us
Okay,
hear-
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that, I mean, close your eyes and just imagine
Yeah, you can
you're
imagine.
not being served a drink at a bar. Because friends of the bartender are there or whatever. Okay, and this one doesn't have ice. I think we just pour this in straight, right? Yeah, just strain this into your champagne flute or whatever you have. And then top it with some champagne. And I think it's technically, it says 2 ounces, but you can just, top it off with a little bit, just eyeball it. Should be fine. And you can always keep topping it off if you want to. If it's too ginny for you. All right, so we topped it off. And then last but not least, we're gonna cut just a little bit of the lemon rind. And it's not gonna look that fancy, but
We're
we
drinking.
do the best with what we've got. So I just cut off this tiny little piece, but you could try to make it fancy. If you have a nice paring knife, you can start at the top and sort of just like very carefully get a twist by going around the whole lemon. But I'm just going with this sort of small, blunt piece of rind, and there you go. And there's your French 75. So let's have a second cheers to Mark and to
Cheers.
ACEP.
Here, here.
Cheers.
Clink.
Cheers.
Here. Cheers.
Cheers.
I like this one.
Question, why would you shake versus stir?
Because shaking, I guess because they say that shaking bruises certain alcohols, it dilutes it more if you shake it. So for whatever reason, usually with whiskey drinks, you stir it instead of shaking it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Where's
I
the
mean, it
stand-up
mixes it
clip?
up.
Come on, you stole that from Sean Connery back, not stirred.
Shaken, not stirred.
Yes.
I did. You caught me.
But anyone make both drinks?
No.
No, I
I
only
did.
bourbon.
You did, Emily.
And again, it's midnight and I'm just here. So I don't think my husband wants to even drink either of these. So we'll see.
Where
Might be an interesting night for me.
where are you that it's midnight?
I'm in Amsterdam.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
I liked Amsterdam. That's nice.
It's a beautiful city.
Cheers. Thank you.
Okay.
So that's it. I'm done unless you have any more questions.
Any more
Personal
questions,
or
Emily?
whatever.
You can get a
Sorry?
have a nightcap.
I am. Oh, I am.
Just two.
Okay. Well,
Thank you.
Nice. Very cool.
thank you very much, Emily.
My pleasure.
Be safe in Amsterdam. And,
Thank you. I hope
enjoy
that you are all safe and can meet again in person soon. One of you needs to find the cure. Get that vaccine going.
Thank you.
Okay.
So
All
much,
right. Thanks.
All right.
guys. Thank you. Awesome.
Thanks very much. All right. Let me put this cocktail aside. So while we all get a chance to enjoy these great alcoholic creations that we've just made, we have a short photo montage of Mark
Oh.
Rosenberg through the years. Mark, I did send you a text, right? So there's no surprises tonight, right? Okay. I can tell you everything.
That was awesome.
Hey,
That was great.
that was a phenomenal collection of photos. And thanks to our phenomenal executive director, Lauren Myers, for putting that together. Now we would like to have a few toasts from some of our guests. And we are going to start with a video toast from Jim George, who was the first president of New Jersey ACEP and served from 1973 to 75. Jim could not be with us tonight, but he sent us a video toast.
Good morning. It's November 11th, and I'm sending a video greeting of love and respect to my longtime friend and colleague, Dr. Mark Rosenberg. Mark, you know, we've known each other over the last 20 or 25 years, and I want to publicly state you are one of the most talented emergency physicians and politician diplomats of any physicians I've ever met. I've always been extremely impressed with you and your good work, and I'm so proud of your ascension to the throne of the American College of Emergency Physicians. We are lucky to have you. I'm in my art studio, Mark. I'm sending you my love and respect. Congratulations. And you are the recipient of one of my paintings. All you have to do is come to Woodbury, visit me, and get it, okay?
It's a deal.
We'll be there.
Wow.
That's great. Mark, I've never heard you described as a politician diplomat, but I think that fits pretty well. I like.
I agree.
It's great to see Jim. Boy, he's been through a lot and he looks fabulous. That's great. Thank you.
Okay, we next have another former ACEP president who was actually the last ACEP national president from the great state of New Jersey. He served just 6 years ago. Mike Girardi, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to stand up so everyone can see my ACEP jacket. I got my past president's patch that I wear proudly at events like this. And if you give me some latitude, I want to recognize a lot of the poor people in the room with the Jersey family. And I think with Mark's ascension, as Jim said, and with Shelley getting so involved in Lauren, we have become a family. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I just want to recognize some of our dignitaries from out of state. I see Dan Freese from Connecticut, Jeff Goodlow from the board from Oklahoma. I see Mark Baker from Hawaii, Andy Byrne from Florida, Sandy Herman from Tennessee. Tennessee's part of the Jersey family for sure. And from Jillian Smits, congratulations on your president's election. I see Arvin Venkot, congratulations on a great campaign, Arvin, to get to the board. I saw Jay Mullen. I think you live in Maine or Massachusetts, but I know you from Maine, Jay. And Allison Haddock, I think you deserve congratulations on a recent board election. So I want to recognize them, but I also want to recognize, Bob Schaefmeyer, I think I see you out there, past president, one of my mentors. And I see from the great executive staff office, Mark, who you're going to be so productive working with, because I was never as productive as I was when I was president and president-elect because of the staff. So Sue Sidori, welcome to ACEP. I really wish you luck as executive director, filling the shoes of Dean Wilkerson. I'm hearing great things about you. Really good luck. But I also see Carol Wallard out there. Hi, Carol. I think I saw Sonia, and I think I saw Mary Ellen Fletcher. But anyway, what a team. So thank you for helping Mark and have a very successful year. Now on to Mark. Mark and Lynn, this is a great achievement. I'm really excited for you because I've done this. And I'm telling you, Lisa, it was the best couple of years of our lives. But you've been working up to this, Mark, 6 months. And let me talk about your past like Jim did. I've known, if I'm the first president from Jersey, but you may be the first person born in Jersey or close to it. Where were you born? I couldn't track it down on Google today.
Philadelphia.
All right, so pseudo Jersey, yeah.
Pseudo.
Anybody who works in Jersey, in Philly, wants to live in Jersey anyway. Got it. So you're Jersey, okay. So welcome to, congratulations. But listen, I've known you a long time. You've been an academician. You've set up great programs in St. Joseph's. You steal our best residents out of Morristown. You've been an innovator in the practice of emergency medicine. I competed against you for contracts, and Jim is right. Mark Rosenberg's going in the room to present, you better have your stuff together because you follow him or go before him. You know that you've got a formidable competitor. If that's just your intellect and your fire and your gut, and that's really been fun to watch. And we've given and won contracts together. So it's been a lot of fun, Mark, in Jersey since I got here in '93. But you've done great things at St. Joe's. You've turned around a contract that's been popular to go to for our young faculty. You've developed staff. Alexis, all of you great staff, you've done some great innovations with Alto. You created the geriatrics section. I remember when you were going out for signatures years ago, remember? I need these signatures. I'll pay the $100. No, I'll sign up and pay. Just set up the palliative care program, and that's been great. In fact, our ED is one of your certified palliative care EDs. But Mark, you're just a great person. I've been through many airports with you. And when's the time we never met a new person at the airport and became friends? You just have a gift. It's amazing how people relax around you. And I think it's going to be really important as you represent us in DC, in the halls of Congress, and all the other professional organizations. So we're really well served there. The other thing I want to say is when you got elected to the board, it was I was finishing my presidency, and I loved seeing you in the room and calling you a rookie.
That's right.
Known you a long time and be able to call a guy so much achieved as much as you have. Hey, rookie. Well, look what you've done on the board. You've done great stuff. You've taken it so seriously. You've really demonstrated everybody your strengths and how much you're going to do for us. Like I said, you have a great staff behind you in Dallas and DC. You've got your family here, Jersey. And I think, like I said, when you, Shelley, really took leadership reins of the chapter. We've all been family, but you vocalized a lot more and made sure we got together and treated each other as such. So that's always been a really good strength, and your family's behind you. I think we're all here to toast you on a very successful year ahead. You've already been successful in the run-up. You know what that's like, getting run up to be president. But everybody, here's to our new president, Mark Rosenberg, and the First Lady, Lynn. May you be very successful this time whenever we need you, and we have you. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay. Thanks, Mike. Next, I'd like to introduce another New Jersey ACEP past president, longtime ACEP leader at both the state and national level, Shelley Greenman.
Hi, everybody. I'm really, truly honored to have been asked to toast Mark tonight. Mark and I kind of grew up together in ACEP. We served together on steering the New Jersey Board of Directors and then as consecutive presidents of New Jersey ACEP. But tonight, I'd really like to share with you a different perspective of Mark. Years ago, my mother was diagnosed with metastatic cancer, and I did what all ED physicians do. I phoned a friend. Mark was patient and generous with his time and expertise. He padded my landing and navigated me through a particularly difficult time. I got to see a different side of Mark, the seasoned, wise, caring doctor who knew exactly what to say and when to listen. This is the same Mark that answered a frantic, desperate text of mine late one night when I asked for guidance in treating the intractable nausea and vomiting of a cancer patient. Mark, you're a good, kind man. You've been a mentor and a loyal and trusted friend. And I know you're going to be an awesome president. I know I speak for everyone when I say we are all looking forward to celebrating together in your suite in Boston next year. And remember, it isn't a party until security comes banging on the door. To you, Mark, to New Jersey, and to New Jersey hitting it out of the park next year with a reception to end all receptions and celebrate you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's
You're here.
with our full coffers, we'll really be able to, have a big bash.
Okay, thank you, Shelley. Next up is Mark's partner in crime on the nationally known ALTO, or Alternative to Opioids program, Alexis LaPietra.
Thanks, guys. I'm also really, really honored to speak. So thank you so much. It's such a bummer to not have been able to be in Dallas. We've been waiting for this. So it's going to be a Tums, Pepsid, Motrin kind of time in Boston when we finally do get to see each other. So miss all of you, Mark and Lynn. Great to see your faces. Mark, congratulations. Your name has really become synonymous with innovation nationally and internationally. Your visions for better ED care have improved the lives of countless individuals and also changed the lives of countless physicians and colleagues. You are a true leader, a friend, and an exceptional mentor. There are, in fact, so many physicians, if not everyone on this call, staff, nursing colleagues, whose careers really have forever been changed because of your mentorship and your guidance. You also represent a rare kind of leadership. You are a humanistic leader. You have unquestioned admiration and loyalty from everyone who meets you. You inspire respect, teamwork, and inclusion in every project that you touch. But your leadership demands that all of us leave the world a better place than when we came into it. During these very, very uncertain times, ACEP and the entire field of emergency medicine needs innovative, respected leaders like yourself. And we need that fearless leadership, that innovative leadership to really move us away from all this madness, to refocus what it is to be an ED doc, what it is to touch lives, and what it is to make lives better. And you are going to lead us from this madness to better and brighter days for all of emergency medicine. So on behalf of St. Joseph's, I could not be prouder to have worked with you. And I thank you from the very, very bottom of my heart for all that you've done for me and the career that I've had, and for the millions of lives that Alto and other projects have touched. So in your words, ACEP for life, congratulations. And First Lady, you look beautiful as always. Good to see you.
You.
Cheers.
Here, here.
I'm gonna have to mix another old fashioned in a few minutes. I didn't see, is Vidor here? I didn't see him. So if he comes in later, we'll hear from him. But we're going to skip on to another past ACEP president, David Seberg.
Hey, thanks. Obviously, I need to move to New Jersey. I'm still working right now, so I don't have anything to drink. So maybe I'll go home and drink some more. Hey, Mark, I really wanted to congratulate you on becoming ACEP president. The council and our members did right in selecting you. And it's a very challenging time that we've got up ahead, but I think you're the right person to help lead us through that. I've known Mark for many years, but I really got to know him when I applied for the dean position at New York Medical College about 8 years ago. I'd always known Mark as really one of the true innovators in emergency medicine. He really started geriatric emergency medicine, the opioid-free ED. And I've known, he was very, as was said, a humanistic leader. But I really, when I was there, really got to see firsthand how respected and really loved by his staff at St. Joe's and by the administration. And that spoke a lot to me that this is really a special person. I'm so happy that you're going to become president of our college. Anything that we can do for you, we're always there for you. And I'm looking forward to this upcoming year. Congratulations, Mark. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. We'll take an extra sip for you, Dave, okay? All right. Okay, next, a few words from our new ACEP president-elect, Jillian Schmitz.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, New Jersey, for having me. And it's such an honor to speak about Mark. And I also want to raise a glass to Lynn, because I know how much work she has put into supporting Mark and allowing him so much time with our ACEP and New Jersey family. So cheers to you, Lynn, and thank you for all your support and love of ACEP as well. Mark has been just such an incredible mentor and just human being. When I first got elected to the board, it was intimidating. And there were people who've done and just accomplished all of these things. And to watch Mark, what he's done with pain management and Alto and geriatric accreditation, it's like, is there anything that this man cannot do? But he's so incredibly humble. And just his smile and his warm heart, even when he turns off his Zoom and it's just his picture, it is just, there's something about it that is so just wonderful and just makes you feel immediately at ease. And as a new board member, I remember there was a time where we had a contentious board meeting and I felt very frustrated by some of the politics on the board. And I had a little moment of breaking down. And Mark pulled me aside and gave me a big hug and said, you know what? It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be a better day. And he made me feel just so confident and knowing that even if we all disagree at times, that our opinions matter, that our voices matter, and how much I felt supported. And as a woman and as a young physician, I watch him not just mentor, but to intentionally sponsor other individuals and open up doors for their careers that probably wouldn't have happened otherwise. And I'm so in awe of how you do that routinely for everyone around you, and you make everyone feel welcome and a part of this college, and to leave it intentionally a better place than where you started. And he joked around. I think I heard you say, Mark, that you think you might be the oldest ACEP president. And I think it's ironic because I think I might be the youngest ACEP president. And I love that we're transitioning and doing this together. But despite that, he beat me. He actually kicked my ass on Peloton. We have this new competition. And it's so fun to do this with him. He has taught me everything. And this is what I love about Mark. There's always these surprises. He can do everything from Hamilton to a 45-minute Grateful Dead ride. And I love that about him because you never know what he's going to do next. But I know there are going to be a number of challenges in the years ahead, but I can't think of anyone who I would rather serve with over the next couple of years. I am so pleased to be working with you to support you in any way I can and to follow your lead and ride on your coattails, Mark. You are a true champion of emergency medicine. We so respect and love you, and congratulations.
How beautiful is that?
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you, Jillian. Cheers. Okay.
Be a three Manhattan evening.
All right. I am now going to turn this virtual mic over to our featured guest, President Mark Rosenberg, who would like to say a couple of words to us.
So I can't tell you how much I appreciate the evening. Many people have commented how wonderful it would have been in the president's suite in Dallas, and it would have been fabulous. And I do agree that we will do this in Boston in 21 and make it phenomenal. But it's a very interesting time to take the helm as the 50th president of the college. We have a new executive director in Sue Sidori, who it's just a perfect time to be part of this. We also have a lot of divisions in the country and even in ACEP. And it is a perfect time to really come together as one. Sue starting out as a new executive director, me as a new president, a new Congress. And there's so much that we're going to be able to do to take the college from where it is to where it's going. And where it's going, sky's the limit. It's up to all of us to put it together. But let's look at the divisions that exist right now everywhere we look. It's in politics, it's in race, it's in health disparities, it's in private equity and emergency medicine, non-physician providers, and the list goes on and on. And if we wanted to drink our drinks and complain and cry in our drinks, we can do that because there's so many things that just don't feel right. But look around. Look at all of us. We are ACEP. We're New Jersey ACEP and beyond. We are one. We are a family that has been through this all. One of the things that I value so much is when COVID started, and it seemed like the world was coming to an end. we as New Jersey ACEP decided to get together and meet on a regular basis. I got to know people better than I knew them before COVID. We would meet every week on Zoom in Hollywood Squares and talk about anything. You never knew where it was and where it was going. And at the end of every meeting, I would say it's an hour. Let's end it so we look forward to the next time. And if we didn't hang up then, everybody was still online waiting to keep talking. We were family. And when we look at ACEP and we look at where we're going, there's so much, we have more in common as emergency physicians than we do that separates us. We are truly family. This year we have a lot to deal with. And a lot of those diversities, a lot of those divisions that exist in society, it's our opportunity to bring it together and to wear the white hat. Whether it's dealing with health equity, whether it's dealing with the pandemic or telemedicine, rural issues in rural America and the workforce, we will be better off at the end of this year than we were in the beginning. But I've never been so proud of anyone or anybody than to be part of this college, because when it came to the pandemic, who was front and center? It was each and every one of us on this line today, and emergency physicians across the country. Never did we worry about ourselves, our family. We cared about our patients. We were there every day, regardless of the risk, regardless of the benefit, because we are emergency physicians. We are ACEP. We are one. And this year, I heard Dr. Gottlieb, who really talks a lot about COVID and everything else, and he said this is going to be a deep, dark winter. And there's no doubt in my mind, looking around this Zoom picture, that no matter what comes our way, together we can handle this. I don't care how dark it is. We will see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we will see this as one family, New Jersey ACEP and ACEP. We are one, and we will get through this. And at the end of the day, we will be in Boston celebrating in person with hugs and toast and piano playing and whatever it takes. It will be absolutely phenomenal. The deck is set up perfectly for us to win. We just recently named a member of the Biden-Harris task force for COVID-19. We have a seat at the table like we never did before. And it's all about emergency medicine. It's all about us. And at the end of the day, we will wear the white hat. That's what we do every day. I can't thank you all enough for being here tonight and for toasting me. So it's my turn to toast you. To New Jersey ACEP, to emergency physicians, I love you guys. Thanks. Lauren, thank you.
You're off the mute.
Thank you, Mark. I will now, we're a democratic organization here in New Jersey. I am now going to throw this floor open to anyone else who would like to say a few words and didn't get a chance to thus far. Sandy, do I see you raising your hand? No. I will kick this off. I don't have anything prepared. Like everything else I said so far was fully prepared, but Mark hired me for my first and only job in emergency medicine. I think it might have been Mike Girardi who told me that your first job in emergency medicine will rarely be your last one and will not usually last more than a few years. 16 years later, I'm still at St. Joe's, loving it, feeling a part of the family, feeling a part of the team that we have at St. Joe's. And, every step of the way, I have profited from my relationship with Mark. project I've been involved in, whether it's quality, whether it's research, whether it's medical education, I've had probably my most productive discussions in Mark's office, bouncing ideas off of him and getting his input, his criticism, his encouragement. I know Alexis and I always talk about how valuable our Mark time is, right? If you get a half hour with Mark, grab it, hold on to it, don't give up. It's not 28, 29 minutes, it's 30 minutes. And I won't leave the office until I'm done. But it's been a great ride at St. Joe's, and it will continue to be. We've watched Mark rise through the ranks of National ACEP when he ran for board, re-elected to the board, and now elected to president. And we're behind you, Mark, on this project. We will be with you for the duration. And we are, again, it will be a dark winter, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, and we will make sure that we get there with your leadership. So thank you all. But my purpose here was to kick this discussion off. So anyone else that would like to speak from the floor, now is your time.
I'm going to say something really quick because I'm going to have to go and put all of my little monsters to sleep. Mark, where are you? I need to see you.
Wait.
Mariana.
I'm on my phone, so I can't see everybody. Oh, there you are. Hi.
To you, so that's good.
I know, I'm on my phone, so I can only see 4 people at once. But now I got you in view. Short. I mean, of course, congratulations and all that stuff I echo everything that's been said, but I think that the one thing, yes, and the one thing that has truly resonated with me is that since we started really having a close relationship, working relationship and friendship, I think it was in 2008 or 9. I don't think there has been one moment that I have spent with you, whether it be in a meeting, having just a casual chit chat, getting advice about life, where I have not learned something from you. And I just wanted you to know that. And I'm very happy that you are advancing in your career and fulfilling your goal that you've been talking about for a while and ascending to this presidency. But I will be missing you greatly and our chats and learning. So never forget how influential you are in every moment with so many people, even when you're just casually talking. I will never forget all the things that you've said. And I hope that you can do this for everyone at ACEP and for people nationally by reaching through with policy and advocacy and all of the wonderful things that you'll do as president. So thank you so much. I'm indebted to you forever. And I'm going to so miss you at the hospital, but I know you'll be back every now and then. So I'll get my Mark time. Love you. And Lynn.
Yes.
You're a trooper. Strong. Keep him in line, okay?
Got it.
I love you guys. And ACEP party 2021 in Boston. That suite's gonna be on fire.
Be there.
Yes, be there. No kids.
Hi.
Good night. Okay.
Can I ask for something?
Sure. This is your.
I have never been to a meeting, one of our Zoom meetings, where we didn't hear a commentary from Mike Girardi. I'm putting him on the spot because there was always something brilliant Mike would say about when the vaccine's coming, when something's going to happen. So what's the future, Mike? Where are we going? What's going to happen?
Well, I did toast you, but since you have a way of doing that, the Pfizer thing is 90% effective is big. That's going to accelerate the herd immunity once people get immunized. But the fact that the CEO sold his stocks today, and that was 3 months ago, I don't know. I'm still first in line for the vaccine. But listen, we're seeing decreased acuity in some, based on the numbers, but you talk about light at the end of the tunnel. Mark, you see it. You see it. I think someone said today, we've learned a lot. I think we're more resilient than we were, we were very fragile in March and April, but we're seasoned veterans now. We're seasoned Marines. I think we're gonna blow through December, January, and COVID's gonna walk out of the United States with its tail between its legs in late January, February.
That's what I like about Mike. Mike is always the optimist in the group, right? Other people are kind of like, quenching his fire there, but all right, we need that perspective.
No, you're right. Mike's always the one. We'll sit here and complain about everything, and Mike says, it's really actually very good.
Don't worry, they're not really that sick. They're all right.
As I look across everybody who's here, there's so many people, and each and every one of you, I just want to thank you for your support over the years. And it's every single person on the screen, and I can't thank you enough. And my colleagues from ACEP and from New Jersey ACEP and from St. Joe's, it's just a great family, and I value each and every one of you.
Steve, I'm going to give a quick toast.
Please do.
So Mark and I have been colleagues for decades, personal friends for at least a decade, and have had some conversations that are so far out of the box that we didn't know where the box was by the time the end of the conversation. Now, it may have been fueled by 1 or 3 bottles of wine, but that's a different conversation. But I have to say sincerely, Mark, at this time with such difficult road ahead for all of us, innovation can only be what is the norm. And I can't think of any of us on this Zoom square that has the ability to innovate in a calm fashion and keep a steady hand on the wheel. So I applaud you as a dear friend, but also I'm very proud that at this point, you're the guy with the wheel. So congratulations and cheers to you, Mark.
Thank you, my friend. I see Vidor just joined, but he's Carol as well. There's lots of Carols tonight.
Vidor.
Hey, how's it going?
Not to put you on the spot, but you're up next.
Oh, well, I'm sorry that I got my time screwed up. And but hey, Mark, listen, congratulations. You're going to do an awesome job. As other people have said, I think Joe just said it. This is a time where we really need innovation, and we need more than that. We need sensitivity, and you just do the whole package when it comes to that. And you're going to be an awesome leader for ACEP. You have been, and I look forward to. I had hoped to work with you a little more closely than we're going to work this year, but c'est la vie, c'est la guerre. I'm always available if you need a shoulder to cry on or somebody to bounce something off of. But Mark, I think you're the right guy for the times. I wish I could have dealt with surprise billing before you had to take up the mantle, but at least we delayed it by 2 years, right? So we'll be there helping you out if we can, for sure. But I'm looking forward to a great year for ACEP and a great year for you and for Lynn. Thank you for letting Mark do what he does for ACEP and our profession, because trust me, I know that it's a team sport, and without your backing, there's no way he can do what he does.
Right.
So thank you.
Sue, are you hearing all this? Sue Sidori, are you hearing that this is going to work out well? Not worry.
I am hearing it. I feel like I'm getting a good dose of like 1/2 a code book so that I can really understand the nuances of what it means. And then 1/2 real gratitude and validation. I appreciate that you all are sharing Mark with ACEP Maine this year. I know we will put him to good use, and we will use every ounce of his time that he's going to give us, and probably will have to help him know that he's not supposed to give us even more of those ounces, that he's actually has to keep a couple of them for himself. I'm thrilled to be working with Mark this year. And I'm probably not telling any of you that work with him closely anything you don't already know, but we finish a call almost every single time where his face lights up and he says, I'm so excited about this year. And that's a really nice way to finish any kind of meeting, because it really means that we're going to do amazing things. So I appreciate all of you that are giving him this send off, and we will use him well this year.
Thanks, Sue.
Mhm.
You know, Mark, speaking of your face, Lisa was watching you talk. She goes, look at those cheeks. He reminds me of Santa Claus, those men.
Where's Lisa? Put her on the camera.
Wait, she's coming, but
I'll claim that statement. You look so cute. And you know what? Your beard is more full now.
Well, I'm trying to be that Santa Claus you said I was.
Oh, I'm going to start calling you Chris Kringle.
All right, I'll take it.
All right. Congratulations again. And to you, Lynn, also.
Thank you.
I'd like to say congratulations to Mark. I am non-St. Joe's, and I joined.
Honorary St. Joe's.
Yes, honorary. I know actually I can go and get a job anytime, but that is because of the love that New Jersey ACEP has shown to me. And I joined when Shelley was president, and then Mark became president. But really, what I really enjoyed most is that they saw me when I was coming to New Jersey ACEP meetings. And I realized it went beyond clinically practicing and all the advocacy issues and things that we definitely fight for, but definitely seeing me and being an advocate for me and caring about my opinion and feeling like it is my home. And that is something that has been the core for New Jersey ACEP and why ACEP matters so much to me. So I'm very happy for you, Mark, and I want that to continue, and for everyone who joins ACEP locally, nationally, to kind of have that feeling. And I know that that is something that you'll strive for being president. So congratulations.
I'd like to say something to Janice, because our relationship's a little unique. Many times I come up with an innovation or an idea, and I have fantastic people like Mariana and Alexis to take it to the next level. But there's a rare moment when I meet somebody who has so much to teach me. And Janice has been, in many ways, and she doesn't know this, the one who taught me so much about diversity and inclusion and health equity. She just gave a lecture, I think it was to New Jersey ACEP, really setting the stage for what this is all about. And I wish everybody in ACEP could hear it because it was phenomenal. But thank you for being one of my teachers. I appreciate it, Janice.
I submitted it for next year, so I think you're the president. You could approve that. So yeah.
We'll see what happens. I'll talk to Sue about it and we'll see.
you know, we talk about the Jersey family, but this is family dinner. We say, you know, Mark, thanks for recognizing your sister, Janice. Because I remember Al Sacchetti, when Janice went on residency, he said, watch out for this woman. She's got limitless energy and talent. So just so you know, Al Sacchetti had you picked.
Yeah, definitely. Alan Russ, yep. New Jersey ACEP.
Steve Epstein, you did such a phenomenal job with the AMA and everything that you do. Just a shout out to you. I see that you're on and really appreciate what you do and how you carry the torch for ACEP at the AMA. Really phenomenal. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. Sorry to be joining late. I'm post night, so I actually forgot about this and realized it too, pretty late. But I'm glad to see so many friendly faces here. But thanks for your very kind words. We're gearing up. At least I have a day off to kind of really prep for our 5-day marathon coming up here. Look forward to working with you on it.
Yeah, me too. Looking forward to it, Steve. Thank you. Vitor, you still say you're Carol, and Carol's Carol. One of you is better looking than the other, just so you know, Vitor.
Yeah, Carol's much better looking than I am.
Oh, you knew the answer.
Exactly. So I've got to run, but I'm sorry for getting my schedule messed up. It's one day leads into another, and all these video calls, it's crazy. But congratulations, Mark. I'm really happy for you, and it's going to be great.
Thank
So I'll see you tomorrow night.
Good. Excellent. Looking
Take care, everybody. Good night.
Hey, Mark, I wanted to give you my thanks too. Sorry I had to join late. I'm trying to juggle a problem at work, but I wanted to, give my congratulations and my thanks for all the support that you gave me when I was the New Jersey ACEP president. And I have a lot of respect for all that you've done for New Jersey ACEP, for me, especially, but you're an amazing guy. Your loyalty to everything you touch is a testament to your character. I appreciate seeing you at all the events at PCOM, and once you get involved with something, you stick with it, and don't forget, and keep going back. So again, congratulations. I look forward to working with you even more this coming year.
But Tom, our relationship dates way back when you were president of ACOEP for an extra term, and did a great job leading that college. And you never know. One day, maybe we'll all be one. You never know. You never.
So, Mark, wow, I've known you for 15 years already, since I was just graduating from my residency. And I remember when I met him, I thought, this guy's got something really good. And I just wanted to be around you. Maybe it was because you were at the same Allman Brothers concert as me. I don't know. But I remember walking through the ER on the tour you gave me, and all of the nurses smiled and looked at you. And I said, this guy's got something special. And my whole career, I followed you. And, you've always said ACEP for life. And I feel lucky to be a part of the tribe. And I know great things are coming for you this year in 2020, 2021. And thank you. Thank you. And thank you to Lynn. It's been such an inspiration meeting her as well.
So
something special.
What you don't know is when Margie came in to her interview for a job, she had one question she had to answer, and it was a tough question. If she was stranded on a desert island, what albums would she have with her? And you said?
I said Allman Brothers, Beatles, and Grateful Dead.
And so we gave her the job. No other questions were needed. That was it. And
specific albums, that's pretty easy.
But that was the interview. Done. Good choice.
Wow. Wish my interview was that easy.
Yours was much harder, Steve. I know.
Mark, what were your 3 albums?
I didn't have to decide. Nobody asked me until.
Well, I'm asking you now.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I'm putting you
I think
on the spot.
It's like the 50th or 40th anniversary of Grateful Dead American Beauty. And Margie, do you know how many years it's been for American Beauty? But one of my favorite albums, and I don't need any more than that one album. The problem with it is it's all studio. And I love the Grateful Dead live and traveled to see as many shows as I possibly could. Problem is I couldn't keep up with Margie. She always saw more shows than I did. But anything Grateful Dead will keep me smiling for a long time.
Oh, crap. My daughter's boyfriend likes Grateful Dead. They're serious. Oh, boy.
That's going to be okay.
You could have a job probably, right?
What's that?
You probably have a job. Know anything about emergency medicine?
No, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I wanted to share my first memory and the first time I met Mark. I walked into my very first New Jersey ACEP meeting the day after I learned I was having my first child, my daughter. And Mark's face just lit up. And for the following close to 9 months, he asked me, how's your wife doing? Has your daughter arrived? How's everything coming along? And I remember, my daughter was finally born, and, I went to a New Jersey ACEP meeting shortly after that, and I let everyone know. And Mark's face just lit up. He gave me a high five, congratulations. And that was a very touching, genuine, humanistic side. And that's a special relationship that, we share through New Jersey ACEP and through this family. And he exemplified that in that moment. So when we say that this is genuinely a family, a bond, I think back to that moment, and that is a prime example of that. He is a visionary, a leader, a mentor, and someone that, there's a lot to learn from. One of my favorite quotes is by Winston Churchill: "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." So thank you for always giving, and thank you for what you do, Mark. Congratulations.
I have a Mike Ruzak story, so I have to share it. We're at LAC, and so it's Washington, and it's one of these days where it's hot and humid, and then it looks like it's going to rain, and then all of a sudden the sky's clear, and I'm carrying an umbrella with me, and I decide, you know what, I don't need it anymore. Someone was going back to the hotel. I handed them my umbrella and said, just take this back for me. Soon as I handed the umbrella, Mike and I are walking down the street. The skies quickly get dark, lightning, thunder, it starts to pour rain, and who has an umbrella but Mike? So he says, let's share the umbrella. And as we're walking to the venue that we're going to next, I realize Mike is soaking wet and I am completely dry because he was holding the umbrella to make sure I was okay. And I will never forget that. One, I was never so embarrassed in my life that I allowed you to get wet, but I felt good about it, Mike, just so you know. Thanks for keeping me dry and safe. I appreciate it. You remember that, right?
Yes, I do. It was a fun day.
I miss LAC. We got to get back. That's so much fun.
Yeah, we always had dinners at LAC, but remember we used to meet at Marsilio's, which was
Oh,
an
yeah.
interesting restaurant. That was where all the power brokers met in Jersey.
That was like Bev's Mafia restaurant.
Yeah, but it's run by the guy who owns it's a Jewish proprietor. It's really funny. The best Italian
Doesn't make me
political place. That's Jersey though. That's just north of Trenton, Marsilio's, right? Remember all of us having those lunches there? Oh my God. Everybody here cut their teeth. Oh, the Jersey family here know what I'm talking about. I'm looking at the room.
Those are great meetings.
Yeah, they were special. Sonia always would say the best meeting ever was LAC. And especially, there was a different feel for those of you who used to go to the Omni before we moved to the Hyatt. The Omni was a whole different experience. And they had this big room that was kind of like a great place to have a cigar or to have a scotch, but it was a great place for all of ACEP to take over the room and sit and talk for hours at night. And Shelley, you remember those days in the Omni? It was just phenomenal. And once we moved to the Hyatt, it just had a different feel to it. But nonetheless, LAC really rocks.
Well, LAC is different from any other conference. It is just so intimate, and it gives you a chance to really get to know people and get to know people from other states and really get to be familiar with the issues. It's really the best initiation conference that any of our new members can go to. It is just a phenomenal time.
So, Mark, this is Sonia. Thank you for bringing that up. Sorry I'm not on video. I have a severe computer problem that I need to get IT to fix it so I can.
Hey, you were saying, right?
So anyway, thanks for bringing up LAC because that's one of the best memories I have from when I first met you is at the Omni Shoreham Hotel. And you're right, that atmosphere just is so conducive to people getting to know one another and just hanging out in a very comfortable environment. And so this was even before you were running for the board. And I got to tell you, Mark, I'm so excited that you're president. And when you got elected to the board, you're such a visionary. You're such a compassionate and great friend. You always have time to listen. And I appreciated what your colleagues at St. Joe said, that Mark, time is valuable, because it is to me too. And I particularly want to thank you for helping me and my family as we just went through the hospice experience with my father. So sorry, a little emotional about that, but anyway, your guidance in that personally, you just take the time that people need when they seek your advice. Your compassion always comes through, as well as your passion. And that's what I admire about you the most. So I want to thank you for being my friend. I'm toasting you. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're going to have a great year together. It is my honor and privilege to do so. Mark, I love you dearly. Lynn, thank you for sharing Mark with us. I don't have anything to add, but thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Sonia.
I would like to say, Mark, from North Carolina, we are really, truly looking forward to your leadership this year and the much needed gravitas at this time that you will be bringing to the college, to the specialty, and to the big family of emergency medicine. Everything that has been said, I echo. You are indeed the humanist, the philosopher, the doctor's doctor, the thinker, the strategist, the teacher, the leader, but most importantly, you are the true friend. And I was trying to think a little bit, whenever we meet, after I leave, what impresses me most is whether it be 30 minutes or a dinner, 1 or 2 bottles of wine, I always think of it as a true moment of clarity. And you have a way of clarifying, explaining things, and congratulations. Anything we can do, we are behind you.
Thanks, Rashid. Many of you don't know and wouldn't know the story, but I got elected to, I think, president of New Jersey ACEP. It may have been to the board. And Rashid bought me a bottle of cognac that was traveled around the world in a ship's hull so that the cask would get continually just have a different flavor because of its travels. And I never forgot that, but more importantly, I still have it. I drank the cognac, but I still have the bottle and I still have the whole presentation. It was phenomenal. But that was a magical thing to realize it had traveled around the world and now I was drinking it. So thank you, my friend.
Mark, I just want to take a minute because I got to give my daughters a kiss before I go to sleep, before they go to sleep. But when I started at St. Joe's about, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, I felt like, I was kind of young and I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. So I really appreciate you bringing me on. But so much has changed since then. And I really feel like I've grown up and kind of created a second family. I mean, when I started, I had no kids. Now I have triplet daughters. And I really appreciate all like the moments that we kind of share. And you always ask me to send pictures and videos to share with Lynn. And it really is heartwarming. And, even you've been there, as other people have said too, in tragedies. And I have vivid memories of when my brother-in-law died and I called you on the phone, like crying, like a blubbering baby, and just have a calming demeanor. So, I want to say congratulations and I wish you the best of luck. And I feel like a better physician for having met you, but I also feel like a better human for having known you. And I just want to say thank you.
Marco sent me a picture that I'll never forget. He has his triplets, and they're a handful, and then some. And it took you and your wife to feed them. And there was a picture of, I'm trying to think that I had it right, but all you and your wife were there with the 3 triplets and 3 bottles, holding them and just feed. It was a perfect picture, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's just a classic. So thanks, Marco, for everything. Guys, this has been just phenomenal. I appreciate it more than you know. And it'll be a good year. Let's work together, and let's keep in mind the prize, and that's to get to the light at the end of the tunnel with COVID, to deal with diversity, inclusion, and rural, and everything else we've been talking about. This is our year as ACEP. This is our year as emergency medicine. We will really shine. And, I'm looking at everybody around the table, and, what's happening at the AMA, and what's happening in EMRA, and what's happening in young physicians. We just have made our mark, and this is our time. So thank you. It's great.
All right. Well, thank you, Mark. As Mark Rosenberg always says at the end of our 1 hour of our happy hour, well, we agreed to do 1 hour, and tonight we agreed to do 1 hour and a half. And so this is pretty much the end of our time, but I'd like to thank everyone for logging in and participating in this event tonight. This has been really, I think, a great event for all of us. Thanks particularly to Lauren Myers for putting this whole event together, as she does with everything else in New Jersey ACEP. And we salute National ACEP President Mark Rosenberg as he takes the reins of our organization and leads us through the challenges that we will face over the coming year. And those challenges will be immense, but as Mark says, we will get through them. So thanks everyone for your participation tonight. Please be safe out there, and we'll see you all in Boston 2021, if not sooner.
Thank you.
Good night.
Take care. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.